Okay, so Hare Krishna everyone. We welcome you to this Ramayana series. So from today till 30th of April, 4 to 5 sessions, we will discuss many pastimes of Lord Ram. We will discuss many characters who had participated in this pastime. We will study them, very in a very detailed way. We will study their behavior. We will study their actions. We will study, um, their different kind of responses to different kinds of events that came up during this pastime. Okay, so we are going to study everything very deeply. And how does it impact our life? दैट ऑल्सो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी सो ऐसे नहीं कि ठीक है स्टोरी पढ़ ली स्टोरी को एनालाइज कर लिया ठीक है अच्छा ये है बुरा ये है ठीक है हमने सीख लिया बस खेल खत्म yeah so it's not like that how are we also going to apply it in our day to day lives does it really relate to me yeah all those things that we are going to see today all these things are taught in management institutes but you are all very fortunate that at such young age all these things are going to help in building up your personality yeah so my humble request to each one of you there will be discussion sessions so today we are going to discuss 3 case studies okay so the theme of today's discussion is power of association and we are going to discuss 3 case studies and I would love, if every one of you participate very actively in this thing because that is going to help you a lot in building up your personality. Okay, so I would love if you can actively, enthusiastically participate in all the discussions that are going to happen today. Yeah, and I hope everyone understands English. There is no issue. Does anyone has a challenge understanding English? You may please raise your hand. No? So everyone understands English. I will do English and Hindi both. I'll try to do it both. But there would be a situation it will be mostly English. Yeah. So, but लेकिन अगर किसी को challenge है, you may let it be. Okay. Idea is that you should understand. Yeah. So at the end of the class, you should think that yes, there are certain things that I am behaving in a certain way. Maybe there is a need to change my behavior. That should be the takeaway at the end of the session. Yeah, at the end of every session of the Ramayana series, because Lord Ram did not perform all the pastimes for his own pleasure कि हाँ मुझे अच्छा लगता है करके मैं राम के अवतार में आता हूँ and I will for my own pleasure. So Lord Ram was a perfect gentleman. So when he came in that when Krishna came in Lord Ram's form, he wanted to teach us n number of things. Yeah, so each and every action and of Lord Ram and each and every action of all the characters who participated in his pastime teaches n number of things. And that is what, अभी 5 सेशन में कितना ही पढ़ लोगे लेकिन we are at least but let us make a start yeah so understand this that this is not a mythology this is a real event that has happened so we should 1 second. So this is real event that has happened, and we should, ensure that we take it in true spirit, and we, with all the respects to Lord Ram. Yeah, sure. Let us start. Let us start with the prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदन्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां सागरजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णापृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्त्यावतारं भक्त्याख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते जयतं शरतो पाङ्गोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पदं भोजौ राधा मदन मोहनौ दिव्याद्बृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमादा श्रीमद् रत्नागरा सिंहासनास्थौ श्रीमद् राधा शीलगोविन्दा देवौ पृष्ठाभिः सेवामनौ स्मरामि श्रीमद्रसारसारम्भी वांशी वटतटस्थिता कर्शनवेणुस्वाणिर्गोपी गोपीनाथाय श्रीस्तुनः तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल ओके So let us start. So before we start, let us stand this paragraph from the Shavatar. Yeah, so I'll just sing this one. Maybe you can all learn this the Shavatar Stotra. It is very sweet. Yeah, you all can try to learn it. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. वितरषि दिक्षुरणे दिक्पति कमनीयाम् दशमुखमूलबलिं रमणीयाम् केशवद्वीता राम शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे victory to Keshava, the Lord of universe, who assumed the form of Lord Ram, who presented the lords of 10 pretty directions, the delightful offering of 10 heads of Ravana. Yeah. So this is glorification of Lord Ram through this, the glorification of the Lord was taken, who actually appeared in the Lord Ram form. Yeah. And who was which avatar was Ram? Ram was seventh avatar. Yeah, so you know Dasha avatars. Actually, Krishna comes in different forms. He is continuously coming in one form of the other. He keeps on coming. Yeah. But in the Shastras, of course, there are these 10 forms which are mentioned. And of course, you know, he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And whenever he comes, it is mentioned in the Shastras that he comes. But Krishna is at his own will. He will come. He will go at his own sweet will. Yeah. So there is, but this is seventh avatar, Ram avatar, which has come in this Treta Yuga. Yeah. So we have Matsya avatar, Kurma avatar, Varaha avatar, Narasimha avatar, Vaman avatar, Parshuram avatar, Ram avatar, Krishna in his original form, Buddha avatar, and Kalki, which will come now. Yeah, so this is to today. So this series, which we are going to have of 4 or 5 sessions, it's going to be about Ram avatar. Okay. So now what today we are going to do is we are going to have a brief story. Okay. So I'm going to give you a brief background because Ramayana तो बहुत जनों को पता है. Yeah. So I am going to cover the story in brief, and then case studies I am going to discuss in a little depth. Yeah. So what happens? King Dashrath. Yeah, so King Dashrath, he is the king of the entire world. Yeah. He is ruling the entire earth. And King Dashrath was a very pious king, very good king, you know, very just king. Or sabko, he used to ensure that all his citizens are happy. There is no chaos. There is nothing. There's no problem in his kingdom. He will always ensure that everyone is happy and no one is starving. Everyone has food, shelter, clothing, and everyone is living happily. Yeah. So he always used to ensure that. Now, but there was one thing which was always sad about. He was sad that he did not have a son. Now he had 3 wives, but he did not have a son. So then, he was always sad, and even all the citizens of Ayodhya were also very sad that we do not have a prince. And Dasharath Maharaj and one Vasisht Rishi came, and then Dasharath Maharaj was discussing with Vasisht Rishi that what should I do? And I also want to retire. I'm getting old, and I do not have a son. Whom should I hand over my kingdom when I get old? So then he expressed that I actually want to, you know, thinking of doing Ashwamedha Yajna. So Vasishtha Rishi, because see, one is Dasharath Maharaj was a Krishna conscious king. He knew that if Vishnu wants, Vishnu will give him a son. So Vasishtha Rishi said, yes, I know that you will be given a son, but I don't know when. And Dasharath knew that if Vishnu wishes, and if he wants any wish to be satisfied, he has to satisfy Lord Vishnu. तो फिर वो अश्वमेध यज्ञ करते हैं. अभी अश्वमेध यज्ञ में क्या होता है कि there is this horse, this horse goes around the entire earth, and this horse, then whoever wants to challenge the supremacy of Lord Dashrath, they will stop the horse and they will request for a fight. I do not accept your authority. I will fight with you. So then, but the horse went to the entire globe, and no one challenged Dashrath Maharaj. Everyone was happy because Dashrath Maharaj himself was very nice king. He was a very pious king. So no one, challenged Dashrath Maharaj. Everyone was happy and, yeah, of course, no problem. So then Dashrath Maharaj, actually, then this horse came back. Now the sacrifice was to begin. And the sacrifice, then Ashwamedh sacrifice began. And all the many thousands and thousands of saints, they came across the world and they came for this big sacrifice, this big Ashwamedh Yajna, which was performed by Dashrath Maharaj. And Dashrath Maharaj gave, innumerable gifts he gave, to everyone who had come there. And saints and rishis, उन्होंने बोला कि आप तो पूरा अर्थ ही ले लो, पूरा मेरा kingdom ले लो. तो कहते हैं हम लोग क्या करेंगे आपका kingdom लेके? We do not want your kingdom and all. So he gave him riches, he gave them gold and silver and so many n number of things he gave to the sages who had come there. Now the now yet all these things, the rituals and everything was going on, and this last ritual and all the demigods, all the demigods had come, they had come above the sacrificial arena to accept their offering. Yeah, no, all the demigods had come, and that time Ravana was, everyone, the demigods were, completely disturbed by Ravana's atrocities. बहुत ज्यादा परेशान हो गए थे Ravana ka behavior dekhe, because he used to always, throw urine, he used to always throw stool and blood and everything in the sacrificial, जहाँ पे यज्ञ होता था, वहाँ पे ये सारा गंदगी वो करते थे. So and ruthlessly, Ravana was very ruthless, person. So he was creating havoc everywhere. So then, this demigod said to Brahma, please do something. This sacrifice is going to end, and nothing is happening. And can you please request Lord Vishnu to come on the earth in human form so that uh, something can be done about this Ravana? Otherwise, we will not be able to perform our sacrifices and all. So then, Lord Brahma, he meditated on Vishnu, and then Vishnu smiled, and then Vishnu communicated to Brahma in his heart that yes, I will come in the human form. And please tell all the demigods, listen very carefully. He said, please tell all the demigods to retain their position and come to the earth as monkeys. Okay, so Sugriva, the son of sun god, came as a monkey. And then Vali, son of Indra, he came as monkey. So all the demigods actually came as monkeys. And then, this one did not know. Dashrath Maharaj did not know. Dashrath Maharaj was getting anxious. कि पूरा अश्वमेध यज्ञ तो होने आया है, लेकिन this thing I did for these blessings to have a son, what do I do? And then eventually a celestial person, he came out through this yajna, and then this celestial being, he came with a big nice pot, and then he handed over the pot to Dashrath Maharaj, and then he said, please take this pot and feed your wives. He had 3 wives, yeah, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra. So he had 3 wives, and he said, you give this thing to your 3 wives, and then you will have children. So then eventually he gave them, the prasadam which was there in that pot, and he gave it to 3 wives, and then eventually they had children. So what were the children? Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughan. So four children Dashrath Maharaj had. So this is how the four children were there. And then these four children, very, very beautiful young children, then they became young and they were trained in so many things. Once Vishwamitra came to them, and Vishwamitra actually, he was trouble. He was very um, hassled by the demons who were creating havoc in the sacrificial arena. So he requested. So Dashrath Maharaj, when Vishwamitra entered into the assembly of Dashrath Maharaj was very, very happy, welcomed him. Please come, Vishwamitra. Says, please do come. He welcomed him very nicely. Tell me what do you want. You want anything? I'm there to help you. So then Vishwamitra said, yes, I want your son, Ram and Lakshman. And then Dashrath said, and then because I want to kill these demons. And Dashrath was like shattered. No, 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 I cannot send Ram. Ram is so young. How will he come? And those demons are so big and huge, and they are so dangerous. My son cannot come. So he said, boss, you said that whatever you want, I'll give you. Now you have this time to give you your son to kill those demons. You're not giving. Then Vishwamitra started becoming a little angry. And then Ram said, yeah, please let us go. We will handle those, no problem. So then eventually, you know, reluctantly, Dashrath agreed and he allowed his son to, Ram and Lakshman to go. And then eventually this demon, this Tataka demon, when the sacrifice was being performed, Ram and Lakshman, this Tataka demon you had come and started creating havoc in the sacrificial area. And then Vishwamitra said, see, this is the demon, kill this demon. And Ram at one shot, he killed this huge demon, Tataka demon, he killed. He killed Marichi, he killed Shubahu, and he killed all the demons. And Vishwamitra was very happy that now these demons have gone and now I'll be able to perform my sacrifices very nicely. Eventually, there is a Swayamvar which is announced at Janak Maharaj's place. Oh, I'm so sorry. The Swayamvar which is announced at Janak Maharaj's place, and then Vishwamitra takes them to the Swayamvar area. And then there was this condition that said, they have to pick up the bow, which was Parshuram's bow, Shiva's bow. They have to pick up that bow, and then they have to tie the thread and all that. Ram very easily did all that, and he won Sita's hand. And now, the wedding ceremony was announced, and the wedding was done, and then with the lot band and this and show shadi, they were Ram and Sita were brought to uh, Ayodhya. So now the story begins. So another other story begins. Now Ram is in Ayodhya. Ram is married to Sita. Dashrath is very happy. Everyone in the house is super happy. And now Dashrath makes an announcement. Now is the day that I can boldly announce that I would want to hand over my kingdom to Ram. So he makes a big announcement in the public, and the public is so happy because everyone in Ayodhya used to love Ram, whether it is a human being or whether every living being, the trees, the plants, the birds, everyone used to love Lord Ram, and everyone was super happy to hear that Ram is going to be coronated as a king. Now, what happens? Then comes this mantra. Yeah, so mantra is Kaikeyi's maid. Now, Manthara, this Kaikeyi's maid, she hears. Now, Manthara, Kaikeyi was King Dasharath's youngest wife, and she was very beautiful, she was very young, and she was very close to King Dasharath. And because she was very close to King Dasharath, this Manthara had got a hunchback. Okay, ऐसे उसको hunchback था. और उसको hunchback होने के कारण उसको सब चिढ़ाते थे. And everybody used to make fun of her. And then she used to feel very, she used to, she was generally very cunning, and people used to, anyway, just call her, we used to tease her, then she used to get very angry. Now, because she was the best maid servant of, very close maid servant of this one, Kaikeyi, people used to get scared because Kaikeyi is very close to Dasharath. तो कौन पंगा लेगा उससे? तो उसको कोई चिढ़ाता नहीं था. So she was in a lot of power. She was in a powerful, like Narendra Modi's personal assistant will be in very much power, right? So they like that. This Manthara was in very much power. She was saying, yes, I am Kaikeyi's most क्या कहते हैं उसको close favorite servant. She was got a big power. Now, when she hears that Ram is going to be coronated as a king, then she understands, अच्छा ये अगर Ram अगर king बन गया, so that means Kaushalya will get a lot of favoritism, and if Kaushalya gets favored by everyone, that means Kaikeyi's value will go down. If Kaikeyi's value will go down, that means my value will go down. And there is a super problem, and I cannot let this happen. So now she is thinking, what do I do? What do I do? She walks into Kaikeyi's chambers. Yeah. She walks into Kaikeyi's chamber and she tells Kaikeyi, do you know what is happening? Then she said, yeah, no, what happened? So then she said, Ram is getting coronated as a king. Dashrath has announced that that he's going to hand over the kingdom to Ram. And Kaikeyi is so happy to hear this. What are you saying, Manthara? She immediately removes the necklace and gives it to Manthara. Manthara, such a nice, good news you've given me. I'm so happy that Ram is going to become the king. Then Manthara says, are you on your senses? Do you really understand what is being announced? So what is the problem, Manthara? Ram is loved by everyone. Ram is capable of handling the entire kingdom. So what is the problem? So now she tries to put poison in her mind. Yeah, she's poisoning her. She's saying that, when Dashrath arranged this when Bharat is out. So Bharat had actually gone to his maternal place. So Dashrath made this announcement when Bharat is out. And see, ideally you are his favorite wife. So Bharat should become the king and not Ram. See, Bharat is capable of becoming the king, but what did he do? He made Ram as the king. Why should not Bharat become the king? Just because, Ram is the eldest son doesn't mean that, he should become the king. You are his favorite wife. Your son should become the king. Now she's poisoning, okay? She's saying, and do you understand what will happen if Ram becomes the king? If Ram becomes the king, Kaushalya will get a lot of value and your value will go down. Nobody will even look at you. You will become Dashrath's maid servant. So do you understand? तुम्हारा कुछ भी भाव नहीं मिलेगा. So then, Kaikeyi said, no, how will that happen? Then she started thinking. Now she's confused. Okay, earlier she was very clear. Now she's confused. And whole night, Manthara is brainwashing her. And she's thinking, and then eventually she started thinking, yes, Manthara, I think what you are saying is right. Then, so what do I do? So then she says, see, Manthara tells her, yes, I have an idea. You have two boons from Dashrath? Yes, I have two boons. This is the time. This is the time that you should utilize those two boons. Tell Dashrath that Bharat should be made the king. And tell the second boon should be Ram should be banished to the forest for 14 years. I mean, I can understand that Bharat can be made the king, but why should Ram be banished to the forest for 14 years? Oh, KK, you are so innocent. You don't understand only. If Ram is around, people will still love Ram. People will not give respect to Bharat. Ram has to go away. So if Ram goes out for 14 years, eventually people will forget Ram. Once they forget Ram, then your son will get respect and they will see your son as the king. Till then, they will not see your son as the king. Manthara, what you are saying is right. But now what do I do? He said, now you become angry and go to the cove, yeah, and you tell Dashrath that this is what I want. She said, okay. Yeah. Then she goes to, so the cove is basically where in the fields, they are in angry mood, they go there. She goes there. Now Dashrath is super happy. He comes to Kaikeyi just to share the news. This is what I have done. No, Kaikeyi, I'm so happy. He just wants to share that good news with Kaikeyi. And when he comes to her chamber and she realizes that she's not there. And then he says that, okay, where are you? And then the guards tell him that, she's gone to the cook guard. Why did she go there? Then he goes there down. And then he realizes, then she says, all her hair are open, scattered, and she's in a very angry mood. And, she just doesn't want to speak anything and all that. So then she says, and then she's like, what happened to you? Why are you so much angry? Is everything okay? So then she says that, you have announced Ram as the king, but I do not agree to that. I want my two boons now. But Bharat should be made the king and Ram should be banished to the forest for 14 years. And he gets a shock of his life. He said, "What are you talking, Kaikeyi? Do you know? Are you out of your senses? Do you understand what you're talking?" So she said, "Yes, absolutely, I understand what I'm talking." But why do you want to send Ram? I can understand it, you have to it attached to your son Bharat, so maybe that is the reason why you want to make him as the king. But why you want to, make send to Ram to the forest for 14 years, not small number of years, 14 years. Why? And we all cannot stay without Ram. Maybe Bharat, you want to make him make the king, but why Ram to the forest for 14 years? And then he's crying, he's begging to Manma. Okay, please don't do this. Okay, I mean, you cannot be so hard. You can't be so hard-hearted, lady. You please don't do this. You are his mother. Please don't do this. So he's begging. Dashrath is begging and he's crying because he had given her two work, two wounds, and now he wants him to fulfill those two wounds. And then she tells the God, please call the Lord Ram. Lord Ram, please call Ram. So then Ram is called. And then he sees that, what is happening. Mother Kaikeyi is lying there, his father is crying, and what is all this? So she asks, my dear father, is there an issue? Then Kaikeyi says, yes, we have decided that you will not be the king, Bharat will become the king, and you will be sent to the forest for 14 years. Oh, that is the matter. Then what is the problem? I'm happy to go to the forest. I have no problem. I'm happy to go to the forest, but please don't be so sad. I mean, there is no problem. Yeah. So then eventually Ram decides to leave, and when Ram decides to leave, he leaves, he takes everyone's permission, Ram, Lakshman, Sita, you know the story, Ram, Lakshman, Sita, then they depart for the forest. When they depart for the forest, Lakshman, Dashrath cannot bear the separation, and eventually Dashrath also leaves his life. Dashrath dies after Ram has left to the forest. When Ram leaves to the forest, this one comes back. Bharat comes back. Entire Ayodhya is now crying. Entire Ayodhya is in a state of agony. ये क्या हो गया है? कैसे suddenly सब कुछ change हो गया? Dashrath has died. Ram is not going to become the king, and everyone in Ayodhya is crying. Everyone is crying. Everyone is sad because that beloved Lord Ram is now going to go to the forest and is not going to become the king. Everyone is crying. And then Ram leaves to the forest. Then Bharat is called back. Bharat comes. And when Bharat comes, he sees that the entire Ayodhya is like a ghostly city. Why everyone in the city is very sad and there is no activity happening. So समझ में ही नहीं आता इसे क्या हो रहा है. And then when he goes to the palace, generally Dasharath comes and welcomes him. आज तो वो भी नहीं हुआ. And he's wondering what has happened to Ayodhya. What is the I am not understanding what is this. He goes to his mother's chamber and he asks, Mother, what has happened? So then the mother is super happy. Oh, my dear Bharat, you don't know? Now you are going to become the king. I have sent Ram to forest for 14 years. So तुम्हारे रास्ते में का कांटा मैंने हटा दिया है. And you are going to become the king. I'm so happy for you, Bharat. You don't understand. I'm so happy for you. And Bharat is saying, why have you lost your senses? Do you understand what you're talking, mother? And where is father? So he said that father has passed away. When he hears father has passed away, when he hears Lord Ram has gone to exile for 14 years, he just shatters. He falls down on his knees. He starts crying. He's not able to express his emotions, so he's not understanding what to say. He's saying, are you goddess of destruction? Do you understand what you've done? I mean, I do not want the kingdom. Why did you do all this? Then he explains his mother, this is absolutely wrong what you've done, and I'm not at all happy. I do not want the kingdom. I do not want anything. I just want my brother back. I have lost my father, and so how could you do this? Yeah, and he's crying, he's crying. Then Kaikeyi realizes what mistake she's done. But by the time she realizes it is too late, it is very late. Dashrath has passed away, Dashrath has died, Ram has gone to the exile, entire Ayodhya is sad. Already, there is a big problem. How do we solve this problem? Big problem. Yeah. Now, There are these 3 questions which are posted on this slide. I will give you 1 minute to think about this, and then you can raise your hand and then you can answer. Okay. So 1 minute now. Okay. Think over this. Okay. So I'm back. So let us start. Yes. Yes, Siddharth Mano. So can you share a situation in your life wherein you have come across, bad influence, and how do we get affected by bad influence, and how we can avoid? Yeah. Yes, Aradhya Gupta.
Mataji, we can avoid I can.
Talk a little louder. I'm not able to hear better.
Hello. Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
better.
Bad association influences in such a way that when mantra convinced was
No, this is us.
us.
अभी तो जैसे किसी we all have many mantras in our life. Okay.
Yes,
So
Mataji.
mantra के नाम से नहीं होगा, but mantra could be anyone in our life. Yeah. So tell us now we are. अभी ये तो situation हमने सुना. अभी ये हमारी life को कैसे affect करता है, right? वो हमको बताना है. Yes. Cameras
Mataji,
on, please.
Mataji, by bad association, we are converted in such a way that we think other people bad, and and we are not focused on what we should do.
Yes, absolutely. So can anyone share your situation that, your personal life situation that, you got into influenced by bad association? Yes, Aryan.
Mataji, uh,
Aryan never came across a bad association. He always brought up like a good boy.
what Mataji?
I'm saying, did you come across anything like bad association?
Actually, I don't really remember right now.
You
Like,
don't really remember. No
yeah.
problem. No problem. Aditya Bali. You want to say something, Aryan? Okay. I want to hear real life situation. How you came across bad association? How could you overcome it? Yes, Aditya Bali.
Mataji, first I did japa and all. Then my friends told me to play the games, all action games to watch the cartoons and all. Then I noticed that by doing that, my japa and everything reduced.
Absolutely. Very nice, Aditya. So a big haribol to Aditya that, he candidly, he accepted that, something, a bad influence happened in his life. So big haribol to Aditya. Very nice. So how can we avoid bad association? Yes, Adya.
Mataji,
Yes, Hitar. Yes.
yes, by listening to our parents and ignoring our friends.
Absolutely. So sometimes our friends also might give us a good advice, but we should understand. We should be able to discriminate. Is it
Yes,
taking this away from Krishna, or it is taking me closer to Krishna? Yeah. So we should always be able to discriminate between these two things. Very nice. Yes, Neha.
ma'am,
Mataji,
I can.
we can avoid bad association. Um, that we should focus on our own work, and if the people who are putting a bad impact on us, we should avoid them by focusing on our work, and we should understand that whatever they are telling us or whatever they are doing, is it is it putting a good impact or bad impact in our life, or it is just a waste of time, and we should avoid them by telling some reason, and we should not meet them like often.
Absolutely, you should never meet such people. When you know that they are bad people, just run away from them. उनको सुधारने के लिए भी मत बैठो, क्योंकि उनको सुधारते सुधारते you will ensure to you taking influence. So very nice, absolutely. Yes, Shrihan.
Mataji, may I say,
Yes, yes, I'll give chance.
we should like never make bad things, because if like we are observing like somebody every day, and if he does some bad things, like he runs like in our school, some our principal says that don't run in the corridor because board exams in our school is going on. So but some students run, and in the class also they do many mischief. So that's why from seeing only we can know that if they are bad or good.
Absolutely, very nice, very good. So what are the bad influencers in our life? Yes, Aishwarya.
Mataji, I want to answer the last question.
अच्छा, how do we avoid? लेकिन bad influences बताओ ना, कौन से bad influences है? हमको कौन bad तरीके से influence करता है हमारे life में?
Ma'am, Mataji, maybe like friends. Social media is also the big people who association is bad association.
Absolutely. Friends भी कम होगा, लेकिन social media is like a big demon. वो रावण से भी बड़ा demon है. Simple, you take the Snapchat and Instagram and you just keep on watching it. And Snapchat just just focusing on yourself. ये photo निकालो, वो photo निकालो, and just do time pass and just waste your time. Yeah, I see many kids are many kids are only sitting. I don't know about boys and girls. I don't know also the social media much, but whatever I hear, that I am saying. There could be many other things which would be there. I am not aware also of it. But the Snapchat and this Instagram and all these things are there. They are total time wasters. Your friends will only instigate you, and now chatting on instead of WhatsApp, chat on Instagram, just see photos, tag yourself, and it completely waste on. This is all bad association. What will be the result of this bad association? Aradhya put that. ये पूरा स्नैपचैट देखेंगे, ये देखेंगे, वो देखेंगे, क्या होगा उससे?
माताजी, उससे हम लोग उस पे इंगेज हो गए एज लाइक यूट्यूबर। अगर उसके वीडियो पे अच्छा व्यूज आ रहा है तो वो हैप्पी रहेगा, बट अगर कभी ऐसा कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुआ जो कम व्यूज आने लगा, लाइक कम होने लगा, तो डिप्रेशन में भी जा सकता है। ऐसा
Exactly,
हुआ
people.
भी है,
Absolutely. With
क्योंकि
all the
वो
social.
जैसे आप लोग संत है, एज आप जपा पे फोकस करते हैं, वो आपका सब कुछ है, वैसे ही वो लोग वीडियो बनाने को ही सब कुछ मान लेते हैं।
Absolutely, people do go in depression. People do, commit suicides with all this. Yeah, children do commit suicide. Photo tag नहीं हो रहा, ये नहीं हो रहा, likes नहीं आ रहे. They do go in depression. They have social anxiety. So many things are there. Please keep your cameras on. I would love to see your faces. Yes, Swara.
Mataji, basically, bad association can social media is in itself pretty bad because um, things like Instagram can get you very addicted, and these days all teenagers and all everyone is on Instagram. So people, so others who don't have Instagram yet will also go on Instagram because their friends are on Instagram and not on WhatsApp or any other chatting platforms. So if it just basically brings new people into Instagram because of its algorithm, and then people get addicted to it, and they don't want to leave it.
Absolutely. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, Preeti, why? I'm so sorry. I'm randomly picking up people who never spoke. All
Mataji,
these speakers. Yes.
uh,
Yes,
Mataji,
let Preeti. Yes, Preeti. Let Preeti answer.
Mataji,
Let Preeti answer. Yes,
When we
beta.
watch phone, first of all, when we get uncomfortable while doing our normal things, we know what phone to get happy. But soon, as we just keep doing that,
sometimes it brings us hard anxiety. We think, why don't it becomes like this, like that, like this, and like that, and then it creates a lot of problem, and then you waste your time in thinking of all that things.
Absolutely. Very nice. What is your name, beta?
Aryan. My mother had
Aryan.
her name because it was like this, but actually my name is Aryan.
Yeah, I just mentioned it, Aryan, so that I know whom I'm talking with. Okay, very good. Very nice, Aryan. Absolutely. We end up thinking about whatever we keep on seeing, right? Simple thing you take up, you just see, you know, I mean, all this English, now there is a craze of seeing English things, right? You see people drinking. They're drinking, they don't drink water, they only drink wine. They're left, right, center, they're shooting, everyone. They're smoking cigarettes. What are you feeding our mind with? These are all bad association. Yeah, bad things that we are feeding our mind with. These are bad influence. And because we don't want to be left out of the crowd, because we also want to show to our friends that मैंने ये देखा, मैंने वो देखा, मैं ये series देख रहा हूँ, मैं ये वो series देख रहा हूँ. These are bad influence. Yeah, so very good, Aryan. Yes, Adya has raised her time long back. Yes, Adya.
Mataji,
Yes.
Mataji, what was the question?
Oh, question is here on the screen. Okay, we move on. You think the question and then answer. Okay. Chalo. Yes, Aditya
Mataji,
Upadhyay.
Mataji,
Mataji,
Yes.
Mataji, what is the question for second, third, which
Okay.
is
Okay. So let's move on. You have to be alert. Question is there on the screen. Yes, Anvita.
Mataji?
Yes, 1 second, Vita. Yes, Anvita.
if we watch to the phone and all, then we'll get distracted from our daily work, and we won't have time to do other things.
So very, very nice answers all of you have given. Who has not answered it till now? Aryan, you want to say something?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Mataji, can I give the answers for the 3 questions?
All the three? Okay. 10 seconds. Because we have 2 minutes.
Mataji,
Mataji, how does bad association influence us? Mataji, it's like coronavirus. If a person is infected with that, if he plays games and everything, and we meet with him, we associate with him, then we also will start playing those games. So it's like coronavirus, Mataji. And think of situations. The second question, Mataji. Before us to chant, before us to chant, Mataji, that time some kids used to say, "Are why are we chanting this and that?" That time I was very small, so I didn't understand much. So I also started to do. I also started to play with them. My chanting reduced a lot that time, and then I understood that something is wrong. And my mother, father also told what's happening. So I understood something is going wrong with me. So then I stopped all of that, and I started again chanting. And Mataji, how should we avoid bad association? Mataji, I had heard from a devotee that if something bad is happening with us, if we have some um bad habits or something, Mataji, and our mind is telling, "Hey, do this, do play this game." First, we should first pray to Lord Gopinath. The devotee said that we should pray to Gopinath. Hey Gopinath, Mama Nivedana Shuno, please help me. My mind is uncontrollable. So please help me to remove all these bad habits. So yes, Mataji.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So very nice detailed answer given by Aryan. Very good.
Mataji,
Very nice. Yes.
Mataji,
हाँ 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 सब कुछ आज इसी तेरा 3 केस स्टडीज अभी एक ही केस स्टडी हुई है बाकी केस स्टडीज में भी डिस्कशन आने वाला है ढेर सारा ओके सो जस्ट होल्ड ऑन योर
Mataji, I
थॉट्स
want to ask a question.
यस
Ma'am, we know that it is wrong, but how to discriminate it?
Absolutely, a very nice question. How do we discriminate what is right and what is wrong? Very important and very intelligent question. कि पता कैसे चलेगा अगर हम हमारे फ्रेंड्स अगर बोल रहे हैं कि हम लोग वीडियो गेम्स खेले अभी हमने पढ़ाई भी कर ली पूरी अपनी अच्छे से पढ़ाई कर ली है ट्यूशन में कहो गए हैं अपना होमवर्क खत्म किया है अभी रात को ही बैठे हैं ना वीडियो गेम्स देखते हैं तो सब कुछ कर लिया पढ़ाई भी कर ली स्कूल भी कर ली ट्यूशन भी कर लिया होमवर्क भी कर लिया तो फिर रात को तो बैठ ही सकते हैं ना कोई भी तो बोल सकता है रात को क्यों नहीं बैठ सकते राइट सो नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस Yeah, how do we discriminate? What is going to happen? You see video game for 1 day, you see for 2 days. एक पहले दिन 1 घंटा बैठोगे फिर और थोड़ा सा समय बैठोगे 5 मिनट 5 मिनट 5 मिनट करके आप और थोड़ा बढ़ाते जाओगे What are you feeding your mind with? You are feeding your mind with garbage. आप वो video दें. I'm just giving an example of video games. Okay, this is an example. What is happening? You are feeding your mind with garbage, and that garbage is not going to help you. Yeah. So is it going to help you become a good person? Is it going to help you in your studies? No. Is it going to take you closer to Krishna? So if it is not going to help you to become a good person, it is not going to help you in your studies, it is not going to take you closer to Krishna, it's an absolutely big no. You understood? So even if your friends are telling you कि नहीं ठीक है चलो ना जाते हैं ना पार्टी में जाते हैं यहाँ पे जाते हैं ना कहाँ मम्मी को पता चलेगा एक बार जाते रोज छुड़ी जाने वाले हैं हम लोग. Is it going to make you a good person? No. Is it going to help you in studies? No. Is it going to please Krishna? No. Because they're going to tell lies.
Mataji,
These
can I
three
say
questions,
something?
1 second, beta. So these three questions you should always ask yourself. If the answer is no, don't do it. If the answer to any one of this is no, don't do it. Yeah. And the one very, very important thing for all of us to discriminate is to chant the holy name. If you chant the holy name, the Krishna Paramatma sitting in your heart will tell you what is right, what is wrong. Just that you have to hear the Paramatma in your heart. Krishna never ever leaves us. Krishna is there with us. Whichever body Jiva takes birth, Krishna never leaves us. The Jiva is always there with Paramatma. He is the caretaker. He tells us, even when you're doing wrong things, inner voice tells us, please, beta, don't do this, don't do this. We just have to hear to that inner voice. Yeah, you'll be able to discriminate, right? You get the answer?
Mataji,
Yes?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes?
Mataji, can I answer the fifth question?
Now let's move ahead. There are many questions to answer. Don't worry, I'll give you a chance. There are many questions to answer, okay? So you can just read the slides. Let's move ahead. Impact of bad association and Mantara. Kaikai could have avoided this entire situation by taking guidance from the seniors. She could have spoken to Vasishtha Rishi. She could have spoken to Dasharath. She could have got into a discussion and the entire chaos could have got avoided. Yeah. And how was Ram's behavior? Ram had no intention to rule the kingdom. He was very obedient to his parents. And even though he was very powerful, he was very humble. These are the qualities we should inculcate within us. Yeah. Is it very difficult to inculcate? Is it very difficult to respect our parents? Is it very difficult to obey our parents? No. We should just do it. Is it very difficult to be humble in front of our parents and humble in front of our elders? No. We should just do it because it is right thing to do. Just do it. Yeah. Whatever are the right things to do, even if it comes and it goes to create hazards, just do it. Yeah. Okay. Let's move to the next case study. Next case study is about Ravan and this one, Hanuman. Okay. And Vibhishan. So actually, I was thinking that I will cover Ravan today, and I will tell you n number of stories about Ravan. But then eventually, I changed my plan, and I thought let me cover 3 case studies. Yeah, only about association. Yeah, so एक है कि बैड एसोसिएशन से कैके ने हमने देखा कि कैके कैसे पूरा उसका दिमाग पॉइजन हो गया और पूरा उसने पूरा एवरीथिंग शी मेड एवरीथिंग फॉल डाउन. या दशरथ की लाइफ गई, राम को जाना पड़ा, एवरीथिंग शी क्रिएटेड havoc in Ayodhya. Bad association, one lady listening to another lady. Yeah, big disaster. अभी हम लोग देखते हैं रावणा, हनुमान और विभीषण. Yeah. So Hanuman, actually you all know, right? Hanuman goes, crosses the entire ocean. He reaches, Ashok Vatika, and then he finds out Sita, and he tells Sita Maya that now I will convey your message. He said, come on, I'll take you. So Sita says, no, Ram will come, then I will go. So Hanuman says, okay, whatever is your order, mother. And then eventually Hanuman decides that, he will convey the message to, Hanuman decided he will convey the message to Ram. Now, you all know that, Ravan catches, they catch Hanuman and they, burn his tail, they set his tail on fire. Now, Hanuman, when his tail is set on fire, what does he do? He goes and, he burns the entire, he sets the entire Lanka on fire and the heart of the Lanka is now burning. The entire Lanka is burning, all the gardens are burning and the palaces are burning and everything. And the city is in flames. And now he's standing here after setting the entire Lanka on fire. He now stands on a wall. He stands on a wall and he says, he shouts loudly that, it was only me who came here and burned the Lanka. But there are thousands and thousands of monkeys powerful as me, or even more powerful than me, who are going to come and attack attack your Lanka. So Ravan, please give Sita back. If you don't give Sita back, then your entire Lanka and with you and all your army, everything will be, crushed to death. So please don't do that. It was only me single-handedly. I burned your Lanka. Thousands and thousands of monkeys powerful than me that are going to come. And then he तो जिस wall पे खड़ा था उसको ऐसे पैर से दोनों पैर से दबाता है वो पूरे wall चकनाचूर हो जाता है. And then Ram goes. Then Hanuman just takes off and then he goes. Yeah. Now Ravan is now under tension. He calls for an emergency meeting. That half of the Lanka is burned. Now what do we do? Now he's surrounded by demons. Yeah, he's surrounded by demons, and now everyone is in tension. What do we do? And there is one person who is who is his brother now, who is giving advice. Yeah, Bibhishan. Yeah, Bibhishan is his brother who is now giving him advice. Bibhishan gives him an advice. Bibhishan says, see, one unarmed, जिसके पास कोई हथियार नहीं था, कुछ भी नहीं था, एक unarmed monkey आके पूरा तुम्हारा लंका जला दिया, right? So just imagine if so many the bigger army comes, what will happen? Just return Sita, my dear Ravan. Just return Sita, and Lanka will be saved. You will be saved. All the army will be saved. All the demons will be saved. And Ravan got very angry. What are you saying? And then the other demon said,
Excuse me.
then the other demon said, just because we were not ready, we were taken by surprise. That is why he could attack us. If we would have been ready, he would not have attacked us. And they know just because he came by surprise. Others says, let us chase this monkey and let us chase their army and let us chew them away. All the demons started speaking what Ravan wanted to hear. Yeah. But Vibhishan said, see Ravan, I am not going to speak what you like. I am going to speak what is the right thing for you to do. Yeah, this is a warning. This is a danger signal. Yeah, that Hanuman which gave us. Now, if you're not going to listen to this warning, you're not going to, understand this danger signal, then, then there is a problem. I am speaking the truth. Please listen to me. Please give Sita back. And then Indrajit stands. And Indrajit said, it seems like you are on the enemy's side and you're not on our side. You are a coward. Yeah, you are not born authentic demon. You are a coward. You can just leave from here. Yeah. So then, Vibhishan gets very, very angry. Yeah, because Indrajit is the son of Ravan. And Vibhishan is his uncle. Now, in front of the entire assembly, Indrajit is insulting his uncle. Yeah. And Ravan is not saying anything. Vibhishan just keeps his crown at the feet of Ravan. He says, I cannot tolerate all this. Yeah, he says, I cannot tolerate all this. I do not want to stay here. I want to go. Yeah. And then Ravan, he kicks his crown. And then Vibhishan says, Boss, I cannot tolerate here. And Vibhishan just walks away. Yeah? Vibhishan just walks away. Vibhishan says that Hanuman's devastation was a wake-up call. Yeah, this was a wake-up call, and you are in deep sleep. You do not want to wake up. Yeah, it is impossible for a person to wake up who is acting to sleep. Yeah. So if he is pretending to sleep, we cannot wake up. अगर कोई acting कर रहा है सोने का, तो उसको कोई wake up नहीं करते. Hanuman's coming here was a wake up call. You did not wake up. Yeah, and Vibhishan just walks away. This is another case story. So earlier association में Manthara was giving her a wrong advice, and Kaikeyi fell prey to it. In this pastime, there is Bibhishan who is giving her right advice to Ravana.
Ravana.
Yes, and he is not listening. Right? So you see the questions here. So do we have Bibhishan? Like I said, right? Do we have Mantharas in our life? You all said very correctly said that yes, our social media, our friends, our relatives, and they are all Mantharas in our life. Many a times they can distract us from doing right things in our life, right? So similarly, do we have Bibhishans in our life? You can share some instances when you were given a good advice and you heard them and it really benefited you. How does good association help us? How can we train our mind to hear advice of Vibhishans in our life? Yeah. So yes. Yes,
Ex-
Aradhya Gupta.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Who is there? Anvita.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I have a doubt about the story.
Yes.
So Hanuman burned the Lanka and the palace was also burned, right?
It was not completely burnt. It was halfway burnt through. It did not get converted into ashes.
But some stories said they were converted into ashes, as
So
they said that.
some places were converted into ashes, but Ravan's palace was not converted into ashes.
But they used to say Lanka is a golden city. It was made by
Mm.
gold,
Yeah,
pure gold.
yeah.
But how can gold be burned? Because it's
Gold also
fire
melts, no?
shining flame.
Gold also melts, no? You seen golden ornaments, right? How does this golden ornaments made? I don't know whether you went to a jeweler shop. They melt the gold and then they make different ornaments. So gold also melts. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, who wants to answer? Yes, Aradhya Gupta.
Mataji, I would like to answer the second question.
Okay, very nice. I would love to hear that.
Mataji, when it was a time of our exams, then
Hmm.
one of my friends told me to study one chapter which I was not going to study because it was not going to come in the exams, according to me. But when I studied that chapter, and actually it came, as she knew that and she helped me in that time.
Yeah, very nice. So did you thank her after that?
Yes, Mataji.
Absolutely. So all the Bibhishans in our life, you should thank them. Yeah. Because these Bibhishan in our life do not come by chance. It is by Krishna's mercy that we have Bibhishans in our life. So good, very nice, Aradhya. Very good. Yes, Swara. I see your hand raised.
Mataji, can you repeat the question, because
Question is there on the screen.
how does good association help us?
You want to answer or we move ahead? You want to think over it?
I'll think over it.
Okay. Yes,
Ex-
Aishwarya.
Excuse me.
Mataji, the Vibhishans are our you, our guru and teachers, our school teachers, as well as our parents are the Vibhishans in our lives. Some friends as well.
Absolutely. Very nice. And we should always respect the Bibhishans and we should be thankful to Krishna that you have given us such wonderful parents, you have given us such wonderful association, and if you are in the association of devotees, they are the best people who will selflessly tell you what is the right thing to do. Yeah, so we should be very thankful to Krishna. Very nice, Aishwarya. Yes, Aryan.
Actually, the revisions in our life are you, Mataji, our gurus, our teachers, and our intelligence also, Mataji. It tells us the correct things to do. And Mataji,
Absolutely.
can I give the answer for the second question as well?
Yes, yes, yes. Would love to hear that. Everyone would love to hear the experiences.
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, once I was very small and I wanted to watch TV, but there were two intentions. One, the mind was telling that you should see. But the intelligence saying, no, you should study. So, Mataji, it was like very hard to me to decide what should I do. But I finally went with my intelligence and I did not see the TV and I studied. So that was my experience, Mataji.
Absolutely. The Paramatma in our heart, it is, we chant nicely, the Paramatma in our heart gives us the courage to say no to wrong things and to hear what is right. Yeah, absolutely. Very nice. Yes, Adya.
Mataji, can I answer the third question?
Okay.
Good association helps us in like if we are doing something and if someone in our life is Vibhishan, if that person sees us that we are not doing the correct thing, they will tell us. So good association helps us to mm, good association helps us to make right decisions.
Absolutely. So one is very, very important point is we should understand who is Bibhishan, who is Mantara of our life. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So very, very important point. If someone is giving you advice, think is she Vibhishan or is she Manthara? Should I listen to the advice or no? Okay. So this should be engraved in your mind. आपके दिमाग में पक्का बैठना चाहिए कि मंथरा है कि विभीषण है, मंथरा है कि विभीषण है, मैं इसका सुनूं कि नहीं सुनूं. Yeah. You know
Mataji,
the three things which I said. Yeah. Yes.
if we are not able to think that this person is Vishan or mantra, so we should talk to Krishna
We should
in our
ask. Yeah. We should talk with Krishna. We should ask us three questions. Is this going to help me make a good girl or good boy? Is this going to help me in my life? Is this going to take me closer to Krishna? Yeah. And we should, of course, we should talk to Krishna. Paramatma in our heart will help us. Okay, very nice, Adya. Yes, Neha.
Mataji, I would like to answer the third question. So, good
Okay.
association helps us in improving ourselves, and we can learn new things which can lead us to the path of success in our life, and we can learn new values which we can follow and spread positivity around us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very nice. Now, one very important thing, okay, now when you use the word success, now success is like very, see, agar just imagine a situation, okay, now you study nicely, you get a nice degree, so you become a good lawyer, and you become a good lawyer, you get a good degree. And I'm just taking an example of a lawyer, okay, if anyone parents is lawyer, please do not, feel offended. So say you are a good lawyer, and then you earn a lot of money by taking whatever cases comes to you, and you earn a good amount of money. Will you call it as a success? You are very happy, you have a big house, you have a big car, you have everything, riches and everything. Is that a real success? Yes, Shubhashri.
Mataji, no, because success is that what is the goal of our life. If we reach to it, then only it is success. If our goal of life is earning very much money and all those things, then it is success for us. But the actual success is to reach the Goloka.
Absolutely. So one is very nice. Actual success is to reach Goloka, absolutely. And anything, the success which is earned by foul means is not success. Yeah, because then we will have to pay the price. By doing whatever wrong we are doing, we'll end up paying the price of it. Yeah, so that is not success. And yes, of course, our final intention should be to come back to God. Very nice, Shubhashri. Yes, Aryan, Preeti.
I would want to answer the fourth question.
Okay, yes.
We can train ourselves to hear the advice of Vibhishan by trying to think of positive things, because when you change everything to a positive thing, the positiveness always helps, and then we start listening to the advice of Vibhishan.
Yes, so positive things should be right things to do. Right? Positive things should not be कि नहीं whatever is there to be done मैं कर सकता हूँ लेकिन गलत चीजें नहीं करनी है हमको सही चीजें करनी है. Right?
Yes.
Very nice. Yes, Advaita, and then we move on to the third case study. Come on. Yes, Advaita, you want to say something? Otherwise, we move to the third case study. Anvita, not Advaita. I'm so sorry. Anvita.
So the ma'am can tell the third answer.
Which one you want to answer?
Third one.
Third. Okay, yes.
The good association helps us, like if you're going to make the wrong decision in life, it helps us to make the right one.
Absolutely. Very nice. So, one is very, very पक्का अपने दिमाग में डालो विभीषण मंत्रा. कौन विभीषण है, कौन मंत्रा है? Our parents are विभीषण. Our guru is विभीषण. Our devotees association is विभीषण. Yeah, remember the Shastras are विभीषण. Paramatma is विभीषण. Mantra is all the social media. All the people who are telling you to do wrong things, they are mantras in our life. Do not listen to mantras in your life. If your life has mantra in it, your life will become like Kaikai. Do not listen to mantras in your life. Yeah. Now, going to tell you a completely different story now. Okay, again from Mahabharata, you would have from one second. But now let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. Let's move
Mataji,
ahead.
may I please answer the third
Mataji,
question?
Which one you want to answer?
Mataji,
The last one.
Mataji, third one.
So Aishwarya, and then we move on to the next story. Okay. Yes. Next case.
Mataji, good association is essential to help maintain the determination necessary for making the strong progress in spiritual life and material life.
Absolutely, absolutely. It help us in
Mataji,
spiritual life as well as material. अभी हम लोग आगे मूव करते हैं. अभी आगे भी मुझे आपसे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस पूछने हैं.
एक चीज मिस्टेक हुआ है
हाँ.
एक्चुअली राम जी को सब लोग बहुत ज्यादा प्यार करते थे, लेकिन वो मंथरा के अंदर है ना, राम जी ने माया डाला था ताकि वो लीला कर पाए, वरना
See,
कोई
the thing is that is for everyone. That is even for Ravan.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is for everyone. It is like it is why is exactly in the beginning I said, right? Why is Ram performing this pastime? See, राम तो यमराज जैसे भी बन सकते थे ना कि तुमने गलती किया, ठीक है तुमको मारो, तुमने गलती किया, ठीक है तुमको डांटो, तुमने गलती किया, तुमने ये किया, तुमको ये करो. See, Krishna, Ram is not like that. He is like our loving father, our loving mother. Understand this. So why he is doing all this pastimes? क्यों कर रहे हैं वो? हमको सिखाने के लिए कर रहे हैं. इतने सारे कैरेक्टर्स अपने पास टाइम में क्यों ले आए? सो कि हम उसे सीखे और हम then so that we to start doing right things in our life. आप जस्ट सोचो कि हम सबको हम सबको बचपन से कहानियां क्यों सुनाई जाती है? इसके लिए सुनाई जाती है क्योंकि कहानियों से हम बहुत कुछ ज्यादा सीखते हैं. इट इज वेरी इजी टू इम्प्लीमेंट इट इन आवर लाइफ. ऑल द एमबीए का जो है, एमबीए का मैनेजमेंट स्टडीज का पूरा सिलेबस केस स्टडीज पे बनता है. क्यों केस स्टडीज पे बनता है? इसके लिए क्योंकि केस स्टडी से हमको सीखने मिलता है. Right? So understand this yoga
Mataji, I
maya,
have doubt.
Mahamaya, everything is there. But it is Krishna's main intention is to teach us because he loves us. This has to get ingrained in our mind. See, Manthara is also acting on Krishna's thing only, and Vibhishan is also asking, acting on Krishna's thing. So, but still, but because we are all influenced by the modes of material nature, there and हमारे इतने सारे हमने गंदे गंदे कर्मा करके रखे हैं अपने प्रीवियस लाइफ में. हमारे लाइफ में मंथरा भी रहेगी, हमारे लाइफ में विभीषण भी रहेंगे. तो हमको बस इतना ध्यान में रखना है कि हम विभीषण की तरफ जाए, मंथरा की तरफ न जाए. और हम लोग मंथरा की तरफ न जाए, इसके लिए कृष्णा ने पूरा पास टाइम बनाया. जी, इवन जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड, महाभारत में ध्रुव की क्रीड़ा जो हुई, या दैट गैम्बलिंग मैच व्हिच हैपेंड, okay, in Mahabharata, it was the main thing for Krishna to teach all of us: do not get into gambling. If you get into gambling, your everything will get ruined, right? So Krishna is teaching us by example. He himself came as Lord Ram, being an ideal person. How should an ideal person be? Right? So this is all we have to learn from all this past time. These are not mythological stories. British आके हमारे दिमाग में सब घुसा घुसा के गए कि ये सारा mythology नहीं है. This is all there in the Shastras. This is all which has happened in the past. We have to believe this, follow this, and ensure that we have good spiritual life ahead. We go back to Godhead. We have a successful life ahead. Yeah. So ensure that whatever small things are there, but these things are going to have a big impact on your lives. अभी आपके लाइफ में अगर कोई भी आपको गलत गलत सजेशन दे रहा होगा, इमीडिएटली आपका एंटीना खड़ा होना चाहिए. मंत्र है, नहीं सुनना है. कई करके जो हालत हुआ है, मेरा अपने हालत नहीं करना है. ये विभीषण है, ये राम का भक्त है, ये मुझे अच्छा ही एडवाइस देगा, मैं इसका सुनूंगा. ठीक है, ऐसा आपका इमीडिएटली एंटीना खड़ा हो जाना चाहिए. आपके दिमाग में विभीषण और मंत्र पक्के बैठने चाहिए. ठीक है, गॉट इट? ठीक है, done. Let's move ahead. Adi, I'll give you chance. Don't worry. There are many questions to answer. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. So let's move ahead to the next story. Okay. So this story is about Vali and Sugriv. Okay. So next 5 minutes, 5 to 7, 8 minutes, I'm going to tell you this wonderful story of Vali and Sugriv. So Sugriv and Vali were brothers. And they were very, very close brothers. Okay. But इतने उनका bonding इतना अच्छा था कि they were like best friends. They were ready to live for each other. They were ready to die for each other. They were the best friends ever, best brothers ever. Yeah. So they were the sons of this Vriksharaj And eventually, when his father passed away, Bali was the elder brother, so Bali was handed over the kingdom. Yeah, so of Kishkinda. Once what happens is this terrible Mayavi demon, he comes to Kishkinda and he challenges this Sugriva and Vali to fight. Now, Sugriva and Vali are like, really strong monkeys, and they are like, itne strong rehte hai wo, ki, very difficult for them to, is a good defeat. And then when he sees that who has challenged us, and Sugriva and Vali comes in front of this Mayavi gets scared. And now this Mayavi is running to save his life. This Mayavi enters into a cage, and this cage is like a dungeon. Okay, it's like a big dungeon. Or Vali, Vali and Sugriva are now behind this Mayavi trying to attack this um, Mayavi. Now Mayavi enters into the dungeon. Vali tells Sugriv, look, see this dungeon we know doesn't have exit. इसका exit एक ही है. तो ये उल्टा वापस आएगा तो वो आप उसको पकड़ना. डंजन में का बहुत वो भूल भुलैया जैसा है. तो अगर वो मेरे हाथ से छूट गया तो वो यहीं से बाहर निकलेगा. वो जैसे ही बाहर निकलेगा तुम उसको पकड़ लेना. But Sugriva said, no, I cannot let you go alone. How can you go alone? This demon is not a small demon, it's a big demon. So now Vali says, see, listen to what I'm saying. Now Vali being the elder brother, Sugriva listens to him. And now Sugriva waits at the entrance of this tunnel. Yeah. Now 1 year has passed and Sugriva is waiting for Vali to come and Vali doesn't come out. And then one day suddenly he hears big karke this demon. He makes this big sound, and then this is what Vali hears. And Sugriv hears. He doesn't hear voice of Vali. तो उसको डर लगने लगता है. उसको लगता है कि now I think this demon has killed my brother Vali. And now he cries. He's very sad, and he starts crying. Yeah. Now this thing, he thinks that now if he has killed my brother Vali, he can kill me also, and he can kill all the citizens of Kishkinda also. Then how do we and it is my responsibility to protect the citizens of Kishkinda. So what he does is he takes a big boulder, मतलब बहुत बड़ा पत्थर लेता है. Somehow he brings a big boulder in the front of the cave and he blocks the entrance of the cave. He blocks the entrance of the cave, which is a big boulder, and then he very sadly he goes back to Kishkinda. When he goes back to Kishkinda, he tells everyone what has happened. And everyone is very sad, and then they have a national period of mourning, and now that our king has died and all that. Yeah, so they have this, they were very sad. And then the sages there, the brahmanas there, they tell him, see, now Vali's son Angad is very small. He may not be able to take the kingdom or handle the kingdom. So what you do is, meanwhile, you rule the kingdom. Now, this one, Sugriv has he did not have intentions to rule the kingdom, but because Angad was small, he said, okay, I will rule the kingdom. Now, few days later, what happens is that, this Vali, he sees at the entrance of the thing is closed. And now he says, who can do this? How is it possible that this entrance is closed? Somehow he, uses all his energy and he removes the boulder. And somehow he is able to remove the boulder. And he removes the boulder and he comes out. When he comes out, he understands that Sugriv has now become the king. He has his eyes red and he's like furious. He furiously enters into Sugriv's assembly, and he is now he's walking into this assembly with a lot of rage and being furious. His eyes are red. And Sugriv, as soon as he sees it, Sugriv is so happy to see his brother back. Sugriv runs to him and falls at his feet. But then he realizes Vali is very angry. Now he's trying to explain what has happened. But Vali is just not in a mood to listen. Vali said, you traitor, you wanted to kill me and take my kingdom. You wanted to take my wife. Yeah, and then he starts screaming at him and he starts beating him left, right, center. He's just not listening to, Sugriv. And Sugriv is trying to explain, but Vali is just not, listening. And then now Sugriv is say things that Bapre, he is not going to listen. Now I need to run away. So he tries to flee. When he tries to flee, now Vali is completely convinced that he is running away because he has a perturbed mind. He had cheating propensity, and that is why he now ran away. Now everywhere Sugriv is going, Vali is chasing him and he is troubling him. He just wants to kill Sugriv. Now, there is one place which was Pampa Sarovar. Once what happens is that Vali, when he had gone to the forest, he comes across a demon. And, he catches this demon. And ऐसे घुमाते हैं. ऐसे घुमाते हैं, and then he throws away the carcass of this demon. And this carcass, मतलब उसका जो body है demon का, वो ऐसी जगह पे जाता है जहाँ पे कोई sages अपना sacrifice कर रहे होते हैं, यज्ञ कर रहे होते हैं. वो demon का खून वो यज्ञ में ये होता है. And then the entire place is spoiled. And then the sage becomes so angry, so angry. He says, whoever has done this, if he comes to the place, immediately he will be turned to ashes. So there was this Pampa Sarovar. He knew that Vali cannot come there. So he now goes and stays in that Pampa Sarovar because Vali cannot come there. Yeah. So now what happens is that now he's staying there. Eventually, when Sugriv is staying there, Hanuman meets Sugriv, and then eventually, that Lord Ram, he meets Hanuman and he meets Sugriv. Now, Sugriv, when he meets Hanuman, when he meets Sugriv and Hanuman, Sugriv tells his entire story to Lord Ram. And then Ram says that, when Sugriv says, I will do a deal with you. Your wife is lost. Yeah. I can help you find your wife, provided, I can get my kingdom back. If I can get my kingdom back, I will have a big army. And, then I will have a big army. I can help you find your wife. If you can help me get your kingdom back, I will, I can help you find your wife. So Ram says, okay, challenge Vali and bring him here to fight. I will help you. Okay, he challenges Vali. Vali comes there to fight. And when Vali is fighting, this one, Sugriv is not able to fight. And then he just runs. Ram and Lakshmana are standing a little far away. He said, Ram, what are you doing? Yes, he's hitting me left, right, center. Please help me. So then Ram said that, you both of you look same. How do I know who is Sugriv and who is Vali? You just wear a garland so that at least I will know who is Vali and who are you. So then he wears a garland. And then eventually Ram, he hits an arrow. He hides behind the tree and he hits an arrow towards Vali. And then Vali is then injured. Now what happens is, now Vali gets very, upset. He said, what kind of warrior are you? You're hiding behind the tree and you're hitting, you're throwing an arrow to me, hiding behind the tree. Is that right? I mean, a coward warrior only would do that. How can you do that to me? Then Ram says that whatever you did to Sugriv, was that right? Do you think whatever you are doing to Sugriv, is that right? So then Vali understands his mistake, because now he's hurt. He's completely, he's on the deathbed. Yeah, he understands his mistake. Then he realizes that, then Sugriv explains his entire thing, and Vali understands that, actually Sugriv did not want his kingdom. Sugriv wanted Vali only to rule the kingdom, and then he really feels so sorry. Vali understands that, had he, because his wife Tara used to tell him, I say, mat karo, Sugriv doesn't want your kingdom, but he was just not ready to listen. And eventually, then Vali understands that, whatever, I actually got punishment for whatever, Ram had did. So now then Ram says that, see, now I understood that, you have, you are purified now. If you want your life back, I will give you life back. You tell me that you want your life back. No, he says, no. It is better that I leave my body, looking at you. Yeah. So what can be a glorious death other than, just, looking at you and leaving my body? Then Vali tells Sugriv that, see, I may not live, I will have to leave my body now. But please don't hurt Tara and Angad, because they have nothing to do with this. They are really, they have a lot of regards for you. Please do not hold your anger against them. Then he tells Angad and Tara, see, please understand that Sugriv is not cause of my death. It is just because of my karma, my bad deeds that I have got the situation of me on me. So, please don't help Sugriv, as a reason for cause of my death. Then he has a necklace in his, he is wearing a necklace. And that necklace, what happens is that he was given a boon that ये जब तक वो necklace पहनेगा, तब तक he will not be leaving his body. मतलब pain में भी रहेगा, कुछ भी रहेगा, but he will not die. So he removes this necklace and he gives it to Sugriv. He doesn't give it to Angad. Okay, he gives it to Sugriv. He says that you are the one, you are my brother. You actually, it is my fault. I did a big mistake. You deserve this. So you please wear it. Yeah. And that is how, eventually Vali leaves his body looking at Lord Rama. Now, we come to the questions. Okay. What is the difference between the first case study, the second case study, and this case study? What is the special thing about this case study? Anything little very special about this case study?
Mataji, can you repeat?
What is something special? Why is this case study a little different from other case studies? There's something really special in this case study in terms of power of association.
Mataji, because they have a good association in this case study.
Yeah.
Because Bali had a good association in this case study.
Okay, yeah, good association. Yes, Aradhya. Yes, Adya. Adya is desperate to answer. Yes.
Mataji, in this story, Bali, because of that incident, he got a bad association, and then he was still in the bad association, but he made that. Then he listened, and then he made out to the good association. That is the difference from
Absolutely.
the other.
Very good. Very nice. Yes, there are a few more things.
Mataji.
Yes, Sartha. Yes, Sarthak and then Abhinay. Yes.
Yes, because Bali was in anger, and this was a little good influence and bad influence both.
Yes, very good. Very nice. Yes, Abhinay.
Mataji, Bali had a good association but a bad understanding about that event.
Yes, bad understanding. And yes, that is a very critical thing. I'm going to come to that. Yes, Aishwarya.
Mataji, in first case study, we know about bad association. In second case study, we know about good association. And in this case study, we know about both of them. How the bad association happens, then we can turn into good association.
Absolutely. Very nice. Yes, Anvita.
In the first one we have bad association, second one good association. Now it's like Bali has a good association, but like he didn't understand that he was doing bad things.
Okay. Okay. Good. Very nice. Okay. So I will tell you quickly. It's okay. Otherwise, yes, Aryan.
Mataji, I think it would be about anger, because if a person is in anger, he can do anything.
Okay.
Like person.
Okay. Yes, Aryan Preeti.
That in this one, what happened? Wali was first good, but as soon as he saw that boulder, he thought that his best brother had betrayed him. So he became so enraged that whichever happens, whenever we get enraged, we don't listen to anything. We just follow whatever we do. So what happened? He is so enraged that he challenged and did the bad association, because he thought that his brother Sugriv had done bad association and betrayed him.
Yes, absolutely. So good association, bad association. Absolutely. Very nice, Aryan. Very well explained. Yes, Shubhashri.
That is the first case study. It was about it was about bad association. How bad association can influence and affect us. The second case study was about the good association. And the third one was about both as well as anger. In which if Bali was in good association, but then he got angry when he got to know that Sugriv was ruling the empire. because at that point in time he only listened to uh he only
We
the
got
only
it. Got it, Shubhashri. Absolutely got it. Okay. So now I'll tell you what is the little different which is there from first and second case study. Of course, everyone mentioned correctly. First was bad association, second was good association. But in spite of having good association, the Ramana did not listen. Yeah. The third case study is wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is Lord, auspiciousness is there. What happened? Bali got his, Sugriv got the kingdom, and Bali got, got to leave his body looking at Lord Ram. So, in spite of good association, in spite of bad association, whatever it is, wherever there is Lord Ram, wherever there is Krishna with you, there is always auspiciousness. You understand this? Yeah. But Sugri was having such a tough time. Sugri was having such a difficult time. Yeah. But Lord came into his life, all auspiciousness. Vali was doing so many wrong things. Yeah. He was so much blinded that he was not even ready to listen to what his brother is trying to tell him. They're totally, completely blinded in spite of, they being such, close brothers who would actually give up their lives for themselves. But he was so much blinded, he was just not ready to listen. But when Lord came into his life, things changed. When Lord was ready to give, he said, okay, I will give your life back. Wali is saying, no, what else can be a glorious death that, you passing your body looking at you? What can be the glorious death than that? So, first is good association, first is bad association, second was good association, third is having Lord in your life. Wherever there is Lord in our life, there is always auspiciousness, there is always good association, there is always success in whatever you do. Yeah. So we are saying that we need good association so that we can success in our material life and spiritual life. Yeah. We should avoid bad association so that we can be successful in our spiritual life and material life. But wherever there is Lord, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Tatra wherever is Krishna, Lord of all the mystics, and wherever there is devotee like Arjuna, yeah, there all the auspiciousness, all the glory is there. Yeah? So please remember this. Yes. Anyone wants to answer? This was the point of it. So one is that we should really thank God for the this actually I wanted to make the point that we should be really thankful having divisions in our life. We should be really thankful to Lord to have devotees, to have our lovely parents, and whoever are visions in our life. And we should always, so in the specific case study of Vali and Sugriv, we should always have trust. Yeah. So one very important point that we should note is that we should always give a benefit of doubt, and we should always have trust in someone. Yeah. So अगर life में trust नहीं है तो फिर life are very because if you start doubting each and every person in your life, you will never be happy. Always गलतियां करते हैं, learn to forgive. Yeah. So even if you have mantaras in your life, learn to forgive. Of course, be away from them, but don't carry grudges in your mind. Learn to forgive, have trust in people, build faith. Like in the Sugriv and Vali case, Vali had no trust. Yeah, he should have at least thought once if this person was, we were so close friends, he would have even given life for me. He had no trust. Always give benefit of doubt. He could, one small discussion between Vali and Sugriv would have avoided all this chaos which happened, right? So always have ensure trust, faith, love, care should be part of your life. Yeah, trust, love, faith, and care always should be part of your life. Okay. So these were small things that we learned from this little pastimes of dramas pastimes. And next time we are going to have something on the leadership lessons. Okay. So stay tuned. Now, see you next week.